Hi guys, vinyl update number 60 something something on a Friday night for here in London anyway. I don't know what time you're going to be watching this. My usual time of uploading videos is Saturday morning, but my girlfriend is away tonight. She's out, so she went out with some friends. And yeah, it's a good opportunity to do it because I know that she's going to be in tomorrow morning, and I'm a bit self-conscious about doing videos when other people are in the house. So yeah, that's just me. Maybe it's other people as well. Doesn't really matter. Anyway, I have some records to show you. New stuff that I bought, and yeah, it's first of all, it's officially I've run completely out of space. I've even run out of my regular overflow, which is like in front of the TV. So I don't know where I'm going to be expanding next, which is a problem because I want to buy some new stuff, and I'm like, where am I going to put them? And I'm like that Robert Crumb strip where is the guy with the records, and he's like, oh, I've run out of space, where do I put that's me. It's exactly me. So yeah, it's a nice problem to have in a way, but it is a problem. First world one, but it is a problem anyway. Never mind. What's playing in the background? As per usual, we start with that. The amazing Solaris soundtrack by Cliff Martinez. It's been reissued very recently, and I was very keen to get my hands on this one. This is a white vinyl edition. It's out on what's it called? Oh, Invada. Yeah, Invada. They do these reissues. So we have the original Solaris, and now we have the Solaris, which is a really good movie as well, and I love the soundtrack. It's just spellbinding. Cliff Martinez usually does this kind of music, this bells kind of ambient, new agey if you like. New age is the new buzzword. So yeah, this kind of music, electronic, I would call it really. Just amazing, fantastic. Just do check it out. I think that you can't go wrong. Next up we have a reissue from Finders Keepers. It's not actually a reissue, it's like, I think it's the first release of this one. It's called Trace. It stands for Tape Recorder and Synthesizer Ensemble. It's these two kids basically. Yeah. These two kids, they made music in their garage. They were 16 years old. They look younger, to be honest, but yeah, maybe I'm too old. Anyway, I see them younger. Who knows? Yeah, they made music in their garage. With electronics, guitars and whatnot. They sound very 80s, very Gary Newman-ish, which is a good thing, I think. Thankfully from this release they've spared us the versions of the music that have actually one of the guys is singing. I guess that this guy is singing because he has a microphone there. So yeah, those versions of the songs are appalling, but the instrumental ones are really good. This is the kind of electro 90s, 80s Gary Newman-ish kind of music, really good. I haven't shown this. I had it for a while, and I was very keen to get it, and I really like it, but haven't shown it because I've forgotten about it. I haven't shown a couple of stuff actually. I haven't shown King Crimson that I bought. I haven't shown Axe and Cloak. Expo 70, different things, and it just happens. But yeah, I got this one. Oren Ambarchi, Australian drummer, electronic musician extraordinaire. He had like a ton of releases this year. I think that this is from this year, isn't it? No, 2012. 2012. He had a ton of releases. I mean, with Fire, he had with loads of musicians, and at one point there were like 3 records that he had out with some collaborations. And I was like, alright, you know what, mini miny mini mo, will I buy this one or will I buy another one? And I bought the other ones, and then that one got out of print, and then I found a copy floating around somewhere. Amazing stuff. How would you call it? Yeah, I don't know how to describe it. Is neo crowd rock. I like that term. Thanks, Fred. Takes you out of the spot, really. Now I'm something that I'm very happy to get, and a bit saddened by the fact that they decided to change the artwork, because it's just a shame, really. I mean, they could have found the artwork. I don't know. Maybe they don't own the rights anymore, or who knows. It's a Laboratory and Precision. I don't know, Precision LP. This came out in the 90s. It's the first number from Cranky, number 1. Cranky number 1 was this LP. It came out in a different, let me take it out of the bag. It came out with a different cover. Actually the theme was the same, it was this measuring thing again, but it was just a picture of this one and some lines. Yeah, amazing space psychedelic drone rock, I guess. Maybe not, space should not be put in there, but it's in the same kind of vein as Windy and Carl, for example. That kind of droney electronic music, which is like really hazy and, you know, you sort of drift away. Amazing LP. I know that Mike has an original and I hate him for that, so yes, I hate you, Mike. So yeah, there you go. Andreas, the other Andreas of the VC, the Grecian Thunder, had posted this one on the YouTube page. What am I talking about? On the Facebook page, and I had to check it out. Salems Pot. Sweden. Is it Sweden? I don't know. It has 2 E's. Sweden. I guess it's like Sweden. Salems Pot, yeah, it's like a really heavy kind of wind handish kind of doom. So yeah, it's really good, really good. Thanks, Andreas. Now this is one that Roger was showing the other day, not the other day, like I don't know, a month ago, and it's one of those records that, you know, will feature in top lists this year for sure. It's none other than Sunbather by, oh, what's the band's name? Death Heaven, yeah. So black metal meets what would you call it? Meets post rock, I guess. It is an interesting listen, and I was on the fence on it. I was like, I'm still on the fence with this one. I like it in equal parts as I don't like it, and yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of an odd one. It's a very odd kind of record. It's not as straightforward. And I guess it depends on the time of day you could listen to it, because it does play a big role in what kind of mood you're in. But yeah, at this time of the day I'm in this kind of mood, and yeah, no, Sunbather is out of the question for me. One of my favorite bands, although I haven't followed them that closely, I have to admit, and yeah, well, you know, it sort of does happen. Bordeaux Pond, piece on Venus, their new album out on Fire Records. Just continue what they were doing, really. Bordeaux Pond are, if you don't know them, which I guess that if you're watching this channel you probably do know them, it's a psychedelic noise rock kind of band, and they mix equal parts of noise and melody, and it's just very compelling kind of listen, and I really like this album. One of my favorite kind of electronic artists I discovered like a couple of years ago when I started buying records again, and I've been following him since, is this guy, Ensemble Economique. I don't remember the guy's name, the Fevered Logic LP. This is the latest one on Not Fun. Not Fun is a very good label, by the way, and you should keep an eye on what they're doing. Less drony, far less drony than his other releases, and there's actual vocals here, which are a little bit like meh, meh, but overall it's a very good, makes a really good atmosphere. It's very, very atmospheric, very melodic, very, very good. I like the stuff that he's doing. Yeah, one of the records, I don't know why I've never bought one of the records, I have no idea. Yeah. I'm going to rectify it very quickly. Cosmic Psychos, Australian punk band, I guess, I don't know, I mean, these guys, if you ask them what they played, I don't think that they would say they were playing punk rock. I've no idea what they would say, but these guys are punk as fuck, really. And yeah, if you know them and you like this, then you definitely need to check out this if you haven't already. Yeah, you need to. I mean, yeah, you need to. Just trust me on that one. So yeah, Speed Freak, punk rock all the way, just fantastic, just fantastic. Don't know, have I shown this? Baby Grandmothers? I know Anthony Camploni showed it some time ago, and I was aware of it, but I couldn't find a copy that was like reasonably priced. Everything was like 30 pounds, and I knew that it wasn't a gatefold release or anything like that, and I just thought that it was just too expensive, so I just kept on waiting until I found a reasonably priced copy, which I did, and I got it resurrected from the archives of somewhere, because I don't know whether, I don't remember if they actually did any proper kind of releases. I don't think they did. Psychedelic music from Sweden, great band. I don't think that they actually made any records per se, just some recordings, and these are compiled here, and it's on Subliminal Sounds, which just does all the Swedish, and that's what they do. They reissue obscure and interesting Swedish records, and this is one of them, and it's amazing, and it's really good, and you should buy it if you find it. Not that I'm saying that it's very rare or anything like that, but it is 500 copies, so you know. I don't know, how long have I been doing this? Oh, 14 minutes. It's fine, it's so fine. I was kind of weird there for a while, so excuse me while I'm okay, right. I got this. It's a reissue of a soundtrack from Dance of the Vampires, which is a film by, oh come on, Roman Polanski, yeah, Roman Polanski. And it's really funny because it says here, yeah, it's Christoph Komeda, that's the artist, and the film is called Dance of the Vampires, and then it has the Fearless Vampire Killers. I don't know why. Or Pardon Me, but your teeth are in my neck. I don't know. Haven't they decided what the actual name of the title of the film is? Christoph Komeda is a jazz musician. I did manage to pick up 7-inch that was released by Finders Keepers subsidiary. Oh bugger, I cannot reach it right now. Which is more straight jazz. This is more orchestral and a little bit more film-oriented kind of music. And it says here that it's not like his best or more consistent kind of work that that he did. And I sort of it does sort of feel like that, but yeah, he's done really good stuff, and the 7-inch that I have is just amazing. Good record, not super fantastic, but you know, if you're into this kind of stuff, I think that you're going to enjoy it. You know, it's a B-movie kind of horror flick stuff. So if that's what you like, yeah, do check it out. It's not super expensive either. And this record is the equivalent, I guess, of Velvet Underground and Nico for the punk, for US punk anyway. It's this one, Minor Threat. Yeah, it's the compilation of two of the two EPs that they initially released in 1981. Has here, you know, some of the more famous songs like which ones are there? In My Eyes, which was covered by Rage Against the Machine as well, and Small Man, Big Mouth. You know, I don't know if Straight Edge came out of the song here. A lot of angst, a lot of anger, iconic cover, good for £9, new. Just, you know, I mean, this is really punk. Discord art, like, you know, they do the they don't just, you know, talk the talk, they walk the walk as well. It's £9. It's just dirt cheap, and that's how they want people to actually buy the records. They don't want to make money out of them, and they're commendable. So yeah, I remember that Fred showed this one, I think. Well, if it wasn't Fred, I don't know who else it might have been, but yeah, it was this one. Philippe Besom, Libra, film from group Pattern. Yeah, this is electronic jazz, experimental film score, I guess. Yeah, and I wasn't very impressed with it. The reason is that I feel that it sounds like experimental 70s music, electronic music. It's like, oh yeah, this is the music of the future, and we're like, but there's no kind of consistency. So, you know, it's not like how the Germans did it, like Klaus Schulze or all these guys, that there was something that actually, you know, worked. It's sort of bits and pieces. I might be it might be me, and I'm not very, you know, when I listened to it, I wasn't like super concentrating or anything like that, and maybe, you know, I'm not doing it justice, but, you know, I'll give it another shot to find out, you know, if anything changes. Von Himmel, title that I cannot pronounce. I don't think anyone can pronounce, because it's just like too many letters in there, and I don't know where to begin, because it seems to be in German. Yeah, well, improvised kind of space rock, psychedelic music. Yeah, there's not much else that I can say. I've listened to this once, and I liked it and I didn't like it. And I liked it because it did have bits where it was like really spacey, really like out there, and there were parts where they were like, it felt short. It felt like it should play for another 5 minutes so that you could get a little bit more if you like. But as I said, that's just me. Maybe. Has it finished? No, I don't know. And one last record before we go into the big stuff, because there is some big stuff which won't take that long to show you. This is something that Stefan showed quite a while ago, and it's one of those records that I had in my radar for quite a while, because I had the file since it was issued, really. And it's this one, Tongue. Comments from the Inner Chorus. This is a reissue. It's on colored vinyl, and I was very disappointed that it was on colored vinyl, but it's alright, because I was thinking that, you know, they'll do some kind of splatter or, you know, anything like that, but no, it's just a colored LP, which is alright, because yeah. And what it is it's a very interesting combination of electronic and folk and just, I don't know, and pop sounds, really. It comes, if you like electronic music, then you definitely need to check this out. It's just really well made stuff, and it's a beautiful record, highly recommended. And finally, Santa brought me this. I'm not I'm not showing the whole thing, but you know what this is. This is the Can box set, the 17 LP box set that came out from Mute very recently, like in the past couple of days. There's a box, it's empty. The reason is that I've taken it out and I'm listening to the records, which are here. Jeez. So yeah, they've done a really good job. The box is nice. The records are, you know, in their own inner sleeves. They're like, if it was a gatefold, it's a gatefold. They have, you know, shrink wrap for each individual record, which is nice. The sleeves themselves are not something to write home about. They're not like extra thick or anything like that, but they're nicely made. And for example, we have Future Days, which should be here. Where's Future Days? Oh, there you go. Future Days is embossed. I don't know if you can see it. No, you cannot see it. Doesn't matter. I can tell you that it's embossed, which is quite nice. All the recordings are remastered, which is nice as well. And the pressings are nice, and the records sound really good. There's also inner sleeves, which I don't know whether the original releases had an actual inner sleeve, and they all come with a digital download. But the music, I don't need to say anything about it. I guess that you pretty much know what to expect. I think that the price is way too high. This costs £300 here in the UK, which is, I think, in my opinion, it's exorbitant. It's way too much. I think that they're trying to actually make money out of it, which is not right for such a big release. To be honest, I wouldn't have bought it. I haven't bought it, actually. This is a gift. Believe it or not, my girlfriend bought it for me. It's like, you know, this is your Christmas gift. Take it. I know that you want it. If it wasn't a gift, I would not have bought it. What I was planning to do was either leave it, just, you know, forget about it, and wait for Pop Market, for example, to have it on sale at some point. because £300 is way too expensive. I would expect something where between 200, £250 maybe maximum. You know, shouldn't be more than that, but no. And the other thing is, the other gripe I have is that I think that this box set should have been broken into. So you have, like, you know, the two different can eras, if you like. You know, one with Damo Suzuki and one with what's the other guy's name? I forget his name. So, but I guess what would happen is that people would buy the first box set and not buy the second box set, so they just decided to put everything in one. But yeah, other than that, you know, and if they had it broken up, then, you know, they could have done a little bit better sleeves, maybe, you know, something a little bit sexier, if you know what I mean. But no, they decided to put in 17 records in one box. And yeah, and the extras are not something really special. They don't feel like something that, you know, you got your money's worth, if you know what I mean. I should not complain, really. I mean, you know, I would have had the right to complain, say, you know, bump my hand on the table and say, oh, I want my money's worth. That's a gift, so I won't do that. My recommendation to you, if you're thinking of buying this, is wait. It's 1,500 copies. It's quite a few copies. I don't think that they will sell all of them, and they will most probably, it will pop up on, you know, Pop Market on cut price at some point. Maybe not £100. I wouldn't expect that, but it might come up at 200, 220, 230 maybe. So you save a bit of money, and that's the price that it should have come out initially. So wait for it. Yeah, that's my recommendation. Anyway, that's my vinyl update. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you found something new, something interesting, something exciting. Yeah, and you know, leave your comments. As per usual, you know, like the video, dislike the video, subscribe, unsubscribe, do whatever you want to do, and I'll see you around.